Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in the Divine Masculine, the secrets they never tell deck today. Now in the early reading, really powerful message coming through that they are finding their independence to be free to pursue you, to have that beautiful bright future with you because that's what they desire. So let's connect with this deck and see what they want you to know in the silence or what they're keeping inside, what they're planning right now. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsreadings@gmail.com. So, wow, they're saying I'm doing the best I can. They're doing what they need to do. What do they want you to know today? What do they want you to know? I feel this is definitely a message for you today to have compassion and empathy and have faith in the journey, okay? So lots of cards coming out. I'm going to take them in the order they've come out in, okay? Because I feel there is a reason why. So I know there's a lot of cards coming out here, but I do feel there's a reason why. I feel these are the most important ones. So I'm going to do them in the order they came out in. So the first one is, I'm doing the best I can. And they want you to know that. So whatever they are doing right now, it is the best they can do. So don't get angry at them, frustrated with them, stressed out about things. Don't judge them in any way. They're doing the best they can. Because they're learning, they're growing, they may be in a certain situation. So I feel this about them letting you know that they are doing the work and they are doing it the best way they can right now, for now. So this is why you've been asked to trust that they are doing it the right way for them. It may not be the way that you would do it, or it may not be the way that you would handle it, but it is the right thing for them. So I'm doing the best that I can. It's like they're saying, please relax, please trust me, please give me more credit. Please understand I am doing the work in my own way. It's like they are asking you to understand. I am spending a lot of time alone. So they're also trying to make you understand or help you to understand why they need space, or why they need time out, or why they need to have silence right now. Because they're saying, I am spending a lot of time alone, apart from you, but also alone in my own life. So no matter how it seems on social media, if it seems they're out with friends or they're spending time with other people, they are actually spending time alone. And if they are around others, they're feeling alone. Because they're reflecting, they're growing, they're learning, they're healing, they're transforming. So they're saying, I'm doing the best I can to spend time alone. I'm trying my best to spend time alone or to have time alone so that I can reflect on my life. So that I can grow up spiritually and learn what I need to learn and heal what I need to heal to transform. So they're able to find that independence that we spoke about in the early reading today. Now they're saying to you, I am working hard on myself so I can come to you. And this card was alone, it stood by itself. So again, they are doing this to find their independence. I am working hard on myself in the silence, in the isolation, in the quiet times, when I'm going within, reflecting, I'm learning, I'm understanding with the experiences I'm going through, to make the changes I need to make, to come to you, to be with you and come to you. I want what we had again, and I hope you do too. So they are reminiscing, thinking about the past, the way things used to be, whether it was for a fleeting moment or a long amount of time, whatever you had before, they want that back. And it's about the feeling. So even if you haven't had a relationship with them before, they want the feeling back of being with you again. I hope you do too. So they know they have to work on themselves and make changes to be able to have that and to have you back in their life the right way. And they're saying, yes, it's a long process, but I will get there. So again, they're asking you to have faith in divine timing. It is a long process, but I will get there. And nobody said it would be easy or quick, but it will be worth it. And they are letting you know there, I will get there. I will do this. I will transform. I will leave. I will come to you. I will reach out to you. I will get there. And again, it's about giving them time, because in this silence or separation or this isolation, they are learning to love themselves. They're saying, I didn't know how. I didn't know how to love myself. So how could I love you when I didn't love me? So remember, if you feel like they're not loving you, or they're not giving to you, or they're not opening up to you, it's because they're not giving those things to themselves. They're not loving themselves. They're not opening up to themselves. They're not allowing themselves to actually feel or be loved. So you have to recognize it in that way. So the next time you get triggered or angry thinking they're not doing something, remember they are not doing it for themselves. And this is what they're saying. I need this time to love myself more. I just didn't know how. And I have father wounds I need to heal. And the father wound is connected with the divine masculine energy. So again, it doesn't matter whether your person is a guy or a gal. What matters is that they have wounds to heal around their childhood, around their past or their father, or even if they are a father to children right now, or the connection they have with God the Creator. So they each have their own wounds around some kind of masculine energy here that needs to be healed. Could be connected with a father or a father figure. It could be connected with the way they feel about their own children, or definitely their connection with God the Creator. I see now that after I walked away from you, I started looking for you in others, because no one can ever replace you. And that is something they do have to learn. When they walk away from you because of fear, because it was too intense to deal with, or because they needed to learn something else in their karmic relationship, or whatever the reason was, they seemed to run from you or walk away from you or hide from you or block you or ghost you or delay the process, they had to go through that process in that way to realize the truth that this love is undying. And that also came through in the early reading today. This is undying love. That means it's eternal. So it doesn't matter who they're around, who they meet, what they do. Nobody will ever be you. Nobody will ever live up to you. Nobody can ever replace you. That's why Prince Charming knows that nobody else is going to fit in that glass slipper but Cinderella. And everyone tries to put their foot into that glass slipper, but the only person it truly fits is Cinderella. And your person knows that. They may try and fit other people into your shoes, but nobody can actually be you. Okay, and you know that nobody could ever walk in your shoes. You know, there's a song by Depeche Mode, try walking in my shoes, because you'd stumble in my footsteps. So you're well aware that, a lot of people couldn't handle the journey that you're on. And that's also a testament to you. So you're being reminded to know your power, your worth, your value, and how strong you are. I get lost sometimes and go back to my old ways, but I'm trying though. This is why they're saying to you, I'm doing the best I can, because sometimes fear gets in the way, or their free will comes up because they get pushed into something, or they go into fear. So they go back to what they used to, or they just pretend it isn't happening, and then they get lost again along the way. And you're thinking, why are you doing this? Why are you repeating the cycle? Why? But again, remember, it's not your job to judge them. It's your job to have compassion for them. And recognise, okay, they're still learning. It's okay. Father, forgive them. They're still learning. And that's why your person is saying, I am trying. I am doing the best I can. Bear with me. I'm not as strong as you. I would stumble in your footsteps. I miss being with you, holding you, kissing you, making love to you. And this is what they fantasize about. This is what they dream about. This is what they are missing. Being with you, your presence, your warmth, your light, your love. Holding you, feeling your presence, your energy. Kissing you, the way you make them feel. Making love to you, the way they feel whole when they're with you. And then we've got all these other cards coming out. So let's connect with these. Never doubt the way I feel about you because I love you. And they give me tooth pain. And you may feel like they don't love you because they've chosen another, or chosen something else over you. Or you may feel like they've made you feel like an option. And that's not true. First of all, nobody can ever make you feel that way without your own permission. You have to know your own worth and value, and that's what you learn in this situation. But they haven't just yet chosen themselves. So it's about them choosing themselves. It's never a choice. I talk about this constantly to repeat it to you, because I know it's hard when you go into ego and the mind plays tricks on you and you start getting into your own pain, thinking they've chosen that person, or they've chosen that life, or they've chosen that lifestyle. What about me? They just haven't yet chosen themselves. They're still living a lie. They're still wearing a mask. They're still in pain. They've got to find that freedom and that independence, remember, and they find that through self-care, and it gives them a headache. They're giving me a headache. It gives them a headache being in that situation. So try and recognise you're the one that's in the good place right now, because you're being your authentic self. You are magical and beautiful, my empress, my love. So you're their empress. Their divine feminine, regardless of gender, they know that you're their empress, you're their one. Nobody can make them feel like you do. You're irreplaceable, remember. So they're saying to you, never doubt how much I love you, no matter what the circumstances are, because you're the one that I love. And my heart breaks from not being with you. And they break their own heart. They sabotage their own life. They give me fear. Because of fear. We're either operating through love or fear. When they're feeling the love, they want you, they want to be with you. It's all they can see. When they're in fear, they're afraid, they don't know what to do. They feel lost. They feel like they've got to stay where they are. So it's about them breaking through that fear and following their heart, which leads to you. And it breaks their heart when they're not with you. I hold you clearly and dearly in my heart and I always will. And they give me the word clearly because they know the truth. It's clear to them. And they hold you dearly in their heart because you matter. So they could never think bad of you, no matter what you've done. And we are not over. I feel this is why all these cards have come out, because this will be addressing every single one of you watching something that you're going through inside, one thing that you're perhaps wondering or thinking about. And this is answering all your questions, because they are saying we're not over. So if you're thinking it's over, they're never going to choose me, first of all, it's not a choice, because you are the one. Okay, they just need to choose themselves. But they're saying we're not over, we're just on a journey. It's a journey of growth and learning and reflecting and healing and finding the self and becoming your best version. You're on a journey of coming back to each other in the physical world. So in the physical world, in this 3D reality, it's not over. You might think, oh, we're over in the 3D, we're just connecting the 5D. That's wrong. You're not over. In fact, it's just beginning for you. I am going to come to you. So they are going to move forward to you, but you have to be patient and trusting. You're learning right now to surrender, to give it to God, to have faith, to know that they will come forward in time. And they do think the world of you, and they know you deserve the world too. And they intend to give that to you. But they think the world of you. You're everything to them. And sometimes they stay away to protect you, because they think that you are better off without them because of their negativity or their situation, or they're protecting you from drama or chaos. So remember, it's not because they want to stay away. It makes them miserable. Look at the sad face. It makes them miserable to stay away from you. It breaks their heart to be away from you. But a lot of them know they have to get ready first. They have to step up first. They have to be able to meet you at your level first. And isn't this love something else? Whoa. So again, they are going through epiphanies and aha moments, being bombarded with signs and synchronicities about the power of this love. And you know how amazing that is when you start seeing the signs. Every day I wish I was with you. So there isn't a day that goes by there where they don't think about you or wish they were with you. When I'm not with you, I'm not really living life. Where I am, so wherever they are, wherever they're doing, they could be living in a mansion. They could have thousands and thousands, millions and millions of pounds in the bank. But they're still not satisfied. It doesn't matter whether they live in a tent or they live in a mansion. Okay, wherever they are, they're not really living their life as they would like to. They're just surviving. So they may be having everything they want, physically as in emotionally, from the outside world's point of view. So for example, the outside world could think, oh, they're in a wonderful relationship, they've got money, they've got success, they've got kids, they've got a great job, they've got this and that, but they feel lonely. There's a void there. They're not satisfied. It may look to the world like they've got everything going for them, but they haven't got you. Their life would be way more fulfilling with you in it, and that's what they're letting you know. When it's the right divine timing, so again, there's a message about divine timing. It's not a question of if it's going to happen, it's when, and you have to give that when to heaven. When it's the right divine timing, God will bring us back together again. So this is also about you learning to have faith in God. And they are learning to heal their father wounds, remember, about God. And you may have your own wounds around God. Many of you may not connect with God. You may connect with your angels, the universe, the higher power, but you may not directly connect with God. We all have our own way of looking at things and our own belief, and that's okay. But you will find your way back to the Creator in some way, shape or form on this journey. And the message here is saying to you, when the time is right, God will make it happen. So you have to put your faith in God or the higher power of the universe, whoever you connect with. You have to trust that there is someone up there bigger than you and knows what's going on. And he has a plan. There's a plan for everything. There's a plan to all things. Everything is planned. Everything's destined. Everything is meant to be. So you have to look at the bigger picture. You know, me and my mum's cousin, who's like my auntie, she isn't my real auntie, but she's like a very distant cousin to me. But she's such a wise lady. She's in her 80s. And we have some fascinating conversations. And we were talking about how God plans everything. You know, and she was like, you know, she's a very inspiring person. She's very outgoing and healthy for age. She has an amazing life, even though she lost her husband years ago to Alzheimer's. She keeps going and she goes out and does things. She's a real inspiration to me as a divine feminine and a woman, and to someone who's growing into, you know, an elderly age. So, for example, you know, hitting 50. So, as I age, you know, she's my inspiration in a way. And I was not saying 50 is old or, you know, as we age 60, 70. What I'm saying is, when we age gracefully, we recognise how magical life is. And she shows that to me every day. And the point I'm making is we were talking about how everything has a plan. And we were talking about how when people pass over, it happens at the right time and how people miss out on things. So, for example, she was telling me that when she was a child, there was a big plane crash that she knew about. And apparently one person couldn't go on that plane because they had measles. It was like a school trip or something she was telling me about. And this person couldn't go because he got measles, so he wasn't able to go, and he survived, and everyone else perished in that crash. And obviously we know now that things happen for a reason. We know that. And those souls would have needed to go on to something else. They would have had a joint mission as souls. That's why when these horrendous things happen in the world, we have to try and recognise why from a higher place. Otherwise, we'd just be surrounded by tragedy and overthinking everything. But it's like everything happens for a reason. That person was spared because they were meant to remain in this life. But it's not even like people are spared and people aren't. People have missions. So there is a mission. So what I'm really connecting with here is you have enough time. It's not going to run out. You have enough time. It's all part of God's plan. Your person is very grateful for you. I'm grateful that you came into my life. And I'm grateful that you came into my life because you teach me things. You show me things. And you've shown me what love truly is. Without you, they wouldn't even know what love is. And losing you for good is not an option for me. So they are not going to let you go. They're not going to let this opportunity to be with you pass you by. And even if they tried to, they wouldn't be able to because it's part of God's plan. God needs you together and wants you together. And given the word plod, like plod on. Keep going, keep plodding on, keep striving, keep moving forward, don't give up. And also they give me the word plod because, you know, that's also a slang term in the UK for a policeman. So I feel that someone could be a policeman. That may mean something to someone watching. Okay, keep going. And this is also about being guided from the ascended masters by people in your life who give you strength to carry on. And that's what you're learning right now. In the other reading, we got that's the message for the journey, to gain strength to keep going. So there's also an underlying message here to say to you, don't give up on this journey. Keep plodding on, keep moving forward, keep trusting, because everything will work out in divine timing. I hope this helps. Have a great day and I'll see you soon.